right order for many, many reasons. How many of you guys have went out to social media class, a workshop, and you have some twit that teaches you about tweeting all day?
Jennifer,
Can you say that out loud?
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. Someone left their iPhone in the last session. Joe Sarah has it. Whoever left their iPhone in the last session. Oh, you got it back. Okay. No problem.
There you go. Anybody missing one of these? Yeah.
We have one page.
One page, 2 sides. All right. How many of you have kids? 13 or under? Kids or grandkids? All right, 13 to 17? Fantastic. Are the toddlers a little different right now?
No.
Just a little bit. Huh? No? All right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Fantastic. No, only needs iPhone. So I have a friend of mine that has an 18-month-old that literally stood in front of this big screen TV, pissed off because they couldn't swipe the commercial off the screen. Absolutely furious. Crazy. This is the thing. My son, he's 14, he's almost 15. His database at 15 is larger than this room's. Now, how many of you want to be in business 1,000 days from now? Yes? All right. Well, we have an issue. My son is either going to be a potential prospect of yours that you're trying to figure out how to get his attention to buy, a potential competitor. That's when I start, no, I don't feel good about that. A potential employee or a potential employer. That makes you want to drink. that is an issue. That is real. If you look at kids right now and an entire population literally changes the way they communicate in a 30-day time frame, does that make you nervous? A population, hundreds of thousands of units of people that literally yesterday used email, the next day used Facebook, the next day used Instagram, and now they're on Vine. They think Facebook's for old people and email's for dead people. Right? They don't even know what Yahoo is. But we have business owners using Yahoo email addresses. They don't know what MSN is. They don't know what Hotmail is. They have no clue. That makes me fearful. My best motivating factor is my son and his friends, and the fact that I can watch an entire population switch gears. I watch how they influence each other. I watch how they influence on buying decisions. Christmas is going to come up. Pay attention to them. Pay attention to how they pick out or present their list to you. You remember when they used to write their list down? Then you used to get a link to a whole bunch of toy stores. They'd send you the links. Now you're getting videos. You notice when they ask for their Christmas list, you're going to get a list of videos. So it's very interesting watching them and how they communicate. People are the same way. Fantastic. All right, well, you get a PowerPoint. Perfect. Okay, so relationship between people and technology. Here's the goal. If I meet someone offline, I want to bring them online. If I meet someone online, the goal is to get them offline. Does that make sense? So, tell me your name. Alan? Al. Jennifer. Good to meet you. If we meet here, what's the value of the relationship? Just here. Just us, right? If Al connects with me on Facebook, what is now the value to him? Absolutely. He gets introduced to my network. Is that important? Especially if he likes me, right? And vice versa. Now, if Al is posting content out on his social media site and he puts out a good article, funny article, something, and I see him constantly when I'm on the site I'm on the most, and I need somebody in a particular city and I see them post, holy crap, my air conditioner went out, it's hot as hell. And I see that online. Who am I going to remember? I'm going to remember Al. Absolutely, because he's top of mind. Okay? All right. Say it? I know you.
What do you like about it?
All was actually trying to wake his butt up. So, okay. 4 things, write these down, very important. Technology, do you have the right technology? Go ahead and write on your roadmap, because you're going to complete this. So there's a couple little squares and corners right up in the top left corner. All right, first one, do you have the right technology? Second one, do you have the right strategy? Third one, do you have the right network? Is Al in your network? Fourth one, do you have the right behavior? I can take 2 businesses, same product, same service, same marketplace, same price point, same everything, same technology, same monthly investment. One performs here, one performs here. What's the common denominator that's causing that? What is it? I talk really fast, huh? All right. So 2 people, same business, same price, same everything, same website, same monthly investment. One performs here, one performs here. Potentially, it's just a person. It's the person. You can have a Lamborghini, but if you don't drive it, it's going to break down. It's not going to work, right? Same thing happens. Behavior and mindset absolutely will either prevent you or propel you to moving forward. Prevent you from or propel you in moving forward. How do you think? A lot of people that come into a training and all they're thinking about, they're not thinking about what she's saying. They're thinking about what I'm going to say back. Or the fact that it doesn't work, or my 25 excuses of why I'm not going to do it, or why it didn't work for me. If it works for the same business in the same industry, which we had an awesome case scenario in the last session, it can work for anybody. The difference in how you think about it or your perceived thoughts about it can actually either keep you from or help you get there. All right. So, number 1, most used excuse that prevents somebody from leveraging technology properly. I don't have enough, survey says. Time. Fantastic. How many of you are in sales? Raise your hands. How many of you answered the same dang question over and over and over again? Absolutely. Welcome to Groundhog's Day. That's why you don't have enough time. Here is the difference. If you get asked the same question more than once, and you pause and you take time to digitize that answer, either in a blog post, text, okay, nothing fancy about a blog, it's just an article, or a video, literally, we can do a video in 2 seconds, or an audio, for that matter, if you, hello sir, how are you? Front row sir, I like that. Okay. No chairs are available in that. All right, so if you, hello, good morning. All right, so if you take time to digitize that answer, do you think that only the people you're sitting in their living room with or you're on the phone with have that question, or do you think there's lots more? All right, fantastic. Do you think they go to Google to ask that question too? Absolutely. Would you like to be there to present the answer while you're in Tahiti? Would you like to digitally be there to answer their questions while you're personally in Tahiti? Yes. Say yes. Fantastic. All right. So now it comes down to how do I do it? The how-to, the know-how, and the experience. Fantastic. All right. Skip that. Okay. What's happening right now, you answering the same question over and over and over again, not pausing long enough to put a piece of technology in place that works for you while you do something else, is 1, what? Inefficient. 2, very manual. 3, repetitive. In order for us to be able to automate our business, get to the point where our business is working for us while we're doing something else. How many of you want to work forever? Who would love to have enough service agreements that all of your operational expenses, your monthly overhead is all paid by monthly subscriptions? Heck yes. Yes, absolutely. You know what? A disaster can happen, we're okay. Weather change, we're okay. Some crazy thing, politics, economy, whatever, we're okay. If you have enough clients on a monthly subscription for repetitive service, your cash flow is great, yes? You can do it all day long. As a single mom, female, I know PestWorks takes like $90 out of my account and I don't have bugs. I don't know how it happens. Okay? I need that to happen with my air conditioning filter things. Okay? Because me finding a screwdriver in the garage that actually has power is a problem. Going to Home Depot and staring at the wall filters is a problem. Okay? I'm giving you my perspective, and I have a lot of friends that feel the same way. Remembering to do that in my world, you heard Tony talk about the speed of life, is a problem, right? No different than I'm going to try and bring you into my world and learn how to automate some things so you don't have to think about it. I need to not have to think about service and maintenance and filters and screwdriver battery power pack. All right? So, from a marketing standpoint, in order to get you back more time, first you need to what? Digitize. Second, you need to replicate. Third, you need to absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get those hours back so you can spend those hours on high-powered activities that are going to generate you money. Yes? Fantastic. All right. Left-hand side. Left-hand side only. How many of you in the last 12 months have made a purchase, you were not an existing customer, because of either TV, radio, newspaper, magazine, flyer, or a brochure that you saw? You were not an existing client, you saw one of those marketing things and it actually drove you to pick up the phone, go in, and make a purchase. Raise your hand. Great. What'd you buy? You just wanted to raise your hand? What'd you buy? I'm just teasing.
I went and got an eye exam.
You got an eye exam. Fantastic.
Backpack spray.
That, huh? I don't know. Okay. Shoes, yes. Backpack spray, no. Okay. Gas grill, fantastic. Anything else? Washing machine. Yes.
Alarm system.
An alarm system, fantastic. Anyone else? Great. Is that good results?
No.
Okay, that sucks. All right? And this was, we had more people in this room actually raise their hand in the last 3 classes, or last 2 classes. What day is it? All right. Okay? So, how many of you employ someone on the left-hand side? How many of you do those advertising techniques in your business? Raise your hand and look around. Don't lie. I'm going to go look. Okay? I'm going to go look. Left-hand side. So, A, you know people don't buy that way. B, we actually feel like we have to do something, so let's try it anyway. Is that an oxymoron? It is. I love the fact I'm not from the advertising industry. When an advertising person sits down and they got their fancy charts and graphs and the notebook looks good and everything looks so good and they tell you hit them on the 7th time and bam, the phone's going to ring. It's not like you're lying. I know you go home and go to the mail and you go straight to the trash can. I know you personally don't open up junk mail, but you want to sell me on it. Very interesting to me. Very, very. You know what I mean? But we do it because we have to do something. All right. So we're gonna have a total reality check, coming to Jesus meeting with ourselves right now in this room, and we're gonna come out of here as new people. Is that fair? All right. Right-hand side. How many of you in the last 12 months have had a friend or a family member refer you to a new product or a new service? You pick up the phone, you call them, you've done business with them. Raise your hand and look around. Or we've received a referral. All right, you're men. How many of your wives have done that? Raise your hand and look around. Okay? So, how many of you have had Joe refer you to Tom and say you should have him do your carpets? For example, raise your hand if you had a referral. Fantastic. How many of you went to Google and you've typed in something and you found your product or service that way? Raise your hand and look around. How many of you believe that there's 2 ways people buy? A, referral business. B, on the internet. And C, they validate referrals by going online and still checking them out. Do you agree? I mean, believe if you focus your energy into that, you could probably produce greater results versus spreading your resources and your dollars across a whole bunch of crap that doesn't work. Yes? This is, oh gosh, okay. I do like this. I haven't been drinking this early. Absolutely, I do love this. Okay. You said what? It was late yesterday?
Late last night.
Oh. Potentially. Okay. So, in this environment, you guys, this you own. Referral business, your digital assets, your footprint on the internet is permanent. You own it. The more places you position yourself at, you physically own that forever. If you go to a postcard mailing or a newspaper or a flyer or a brochure or a conference, set up a big fancy booth with all your bells and whistles and everything else, what happens when you stop spending? It's gone. It's gone. Doing things, making investments that have a permanent asset, permanent fixed positioning in your business with compound interest, the difference between simple interest and compound interest. I want the hour that I spend here with you today to produce way more results than the 50 people in this room. How am I going to do that? How do I make the 1 hour I'm spending with you today produce 100 times the results for this hour a year from now?
It works.
Look right back there. Look right back there and wave. You're okay to camera. All right? So think about this. I'm going to take this 1 hour, I'm going to slice it into 10. I have to cut out the drinking parts because that's not going to work. But I'm going to slice this video into 10 different videos. I'm going to upload it into YouTube with a different topic. I'm going to take that YouTube video, drop it as a blog post on my blog. I'm going to hit a publish button and have it automatically send it out to all my social media sites. Then I'm going to log into Facebook and I'm going to click this post planner thing that we have that says I want you to take that link and I want you to send it out to these 30 groups that have 2,500 people in them every 21 days for the next 15 years. The activities that I did was, one, I have to be here anyway. You guys have to answer questions anyway, record it. You're doing it already. You're already talking. You're already sitting down with your spouse after a long day and telling them some horror story about what you had to deal with. You already do this. Digitize it, split it into some, and you know what, forget it. You don't need to split it into anything. You literally go on Google, you click Google Hangout, you hit a button that says record. There's a little camera that's right there in your iPads. Every one of you has it. Actually, write this down. Download Google Hangout. Do that today. Download Google Hangout. And make friends with me on Facebook. Those two things. Ow. Okay. All right. So. Okay, so literally you hit a button that says record. Boom, the video comes up and you say, hey, you guys, I just got done with the service call today and I really saw something that was unique and I'm hoping if I tell you about it, I can prevent you from having one of the same issues. And stare and combustion and stuff, and you tell them what's wrong. You hit save, it automatically goes to YouTube and publishes the video for you. You don't have to do anything. It gives you a little piece of embed code that you can paste on a blog post on your site. We'll talk about that. And you hit publish, and you can literally set it up to where your website automatically sends it to all your social media sites for you. Are you getting back some time? Is it starting to sound easier? Are you still freaking out? Does it make you want to drink? Okay. All right, go ahead, Vanessa. Everything about it is doing the right things in the right order. Okay, and that's what this roadmap is going to help you do. This is your business plan. This is your business plan beginning to end. All right, first thing. Step one. You'll see the slide is going to match the roadmap. Step one on here is step one on here. All right, each bullet point is also on here as well. Google Apps. Google is God. You're going to have to build a relationship with Google. That's very, very important. Gmail, Google Calendar. How many of you are scheduling via some paper scheduling thing? Anyone? Usually those are the ones that go like this. They don't want to. All right. That's okay. I won't call you out right now. All right. So Google Calendar. Easiest scheduling system on the planet. You can have 30 service tags free. You can set it up. You can know all of their schedules in one location. It sends out reminders in email and text to remind them of appointments. You can tie it into a time trade, which is an automatic scheduling system, so somebody can go to your website, pick out an area, pick out a tech, know the available time, schedule themselves, and it automatically goes to a calendar. Easy? I make it sound difficult because I go to free. Okay? Simple. Analytics. You have to have analytics. Recording your videos for your marketing, totally free. You don't need to pay some big fancy company to do that. All right. Next. Website. Website, blog, and content management system. This is the most important physical asset your company should have. So, what to avoid? The triple F, friends, family, and fools. How many have hired a friend or a family member to build your website? And you can count yourself in that. Okay? I know. All right, so we have to avoid friends, family, and fools. That does not work. Okay, for the most important investment, that would be like asking, your newly graduated niece or nephew to go build your home because they just finished a construction class in college. Are you going to do that? No, absolutely not. Most important asset. So, other things to avoid. Website built in Dreamweaver, front page, Yahoo Site Builder, Go Down website tonight, Intuit website, anything that's a template. If you have somebody approach you that says, I know HVAC, all I do is build HVAC websites, run. Run! Because what are they an expert in? They probably used to own an HVAC company, figured out how to build a fancy website for themselves, and now they figured out I'm going to sell it to all my connections in the industry. What are they experts at? HVAC. What do you want them to be experts at? Websites, absolutely, fantastic. So run, stay away from that. All right, WordPress, website, integrated blog, integrated social media. Largest content management system on the planet. Should you have the ability to log into your website, add a piece of content, or change a page, or change a phone number without calling a web person? Absolutely. The day of you having to call a web person or someone like me and ask them to do something silly is over. You should never have to do that. Say that again?
That's what we do.
You call your web person?
No, we can get on WordPress.
Fantastic. I love that. Okay. So WordPress is important, but also responsive. A responsive theme. No templates. If somebody says template, run. Somebody says responsive theme, yes. A responsive theme will take your website. So if this is your website on a PC, and somebody opens it on a tablet, it's going to shift what's over on the right-hand side underneath. And then someone opens it on a phone, and it's going to shift it more to where you have a thin screen, but it keeps aspect ratio. Google is saying it wants responsive themes. 6 months ago, it used to want an HTML5 website. 6 months before that, it wanted a mobile site. Not necessary. Right now, it's responsive themes. You have to keep up with technology. That's very important. Plus, the amount of business is happening. I see you guys, and Mitsubishi gave you guys tablets, and you guys live on these things. By the way, if you have phones, you can keep them on. I don't care. If you want to take pictures of myself or the slide, just please get this side. I'm just kidding. That's a good side. Okay, but if you want to take photos, you can take photos, you can post it, don't care. You can record, so if you have your phones out, it does not bother me, okay? That's life, and I hope that you actually start taking your phones out and recording each other. All right, next, we're going to go into is SEO. Search engine optimization, which is critical. Actually, you know what? We talked about content, developing content and video and blogs and so forth. Next, we'll move into SEO. All right, your placement of your business online is critical, offensively and defensively. Okay, we're going to have X's and O's conversation. Don't go too far with that, though. All right. Offensive is I'm positioning my website to be able to be found for services that are being requested by people on the internet. Do people shop online? Would you like to show up and present them an option? Okay, I'm going to tell you what doesn't work. When I go to your website and you have a page that says our services and you list 50 things, that's a no-go. You have a few variations. So write down 1 page, 1 thought under the SEO area, which is step 4 on your roadmap. Step 4 on your roadmap, write down 1 page, 1 thought. If you want to get found for a specific service, you better put 1 page in the drawer for that service. You guys essentially have around a 7x7 matrix, so my nerd side is going to come out. All right? 1, you have specific services: heating, furnaces, air conditioning, air quality, and so forth. Probably drainage, or drains, electrical, and so forth, right? Those are the services. Propane, maybe. Left-hand side. Right-hand side, the variations of those services are consumers' needs: maintenance, repair, service, warranty, installation, tips, how-tos, FAQs. Am I on? Okay. Go through them again?
No.
Okay, you guys know these. But what you don't know is how to lay them out on your sites, for the most part, from what I've seen. Because I go to 1 page and it says our services and it has everything. People don't search like that. When you go to Google, it's opening up this huge filing system. So when I go to Google, I don't go in there and I write air conditioning, heating, air furnace, and air filter, and air quality control help. You could tell I've been talking to you for a little while. Okay, but what I do is I will go in and I'll say air conditioner repair, air conditioning service. And I will look for 1 item, 1 page, 1 thought. First thing you need to go back and do is you need to have 1 page per service and per variation. Technically and mathematically, you should wind up with 36 pages on your site. 36 valuable pages. Is that important for you to do? Critically important. Critically important. Make a date with yourself. Put it on the calendar. Ask Mitsubishi for help. Ask them to send you some content, whatever. Go to Google, type it in, find a page that already exists and spin the content. Cheap. But get it done. That has to get done. It's your business. Those are the services you provide. You have to say, hey, if I have air conditioning replacement requests, that's what I do. Air conditioning repair, that's what I do. Air conditioning maintenance, that's what I do. How many of you would like to have the majority of your monthly expenses covered by service plans, reoccurring debit cards? Did I tell you about my pest control thing? Okay. This is difficult when you have the same thing over and over again all day. All right, so this is how you're going to do it. If you want to get in a category for service plans or air filters, and that's an entry point, to get somebody at least introduced to you, you've got to have pages in there. The difference between a website and a blog. Website, under our services, I have air conditioning installation, air conditioning systems, Mitsubishi air conditioners, right? A blog is going to say, what are the different types of air conditioners? What manufacturers should I consider for air conditioners? What's the difference between Mitsubishi air conditioner and something else air conditioner? What's the difference between this one and this one?
Is that on your website?
Yes. It's website and blog are all one. They're all merged together. Okay, your website, that's your strength. The blog is the vitamins to make those pages strong. And to give you back time, because you are answering those questions regardless. So to digitize those things, get them into a blog, it's going to generate more leads, more opportunities, and save you time because you can shoot over links to customers and get out of the habit of Groundhog's Day. Cool? Yes? Freaking out? Okay. All right, Google cares about three things. One, are you relevant? That has to do with the labeling of the content on your pages. When I go to a website, especially HVAC, and I see home, about us, our services, contact us, FAQs, and schedule an appointment. I want to have a heart attack. Because I make every single item, and then some of them even say repair and maintenance. Every page on the website is junk. Not one of the pages actually has any value. That bothers me. Okay, so that's important. Labeling of the content. Secondly, are you current? Google says, are you relevant? Do you know what you're talking about? Are you current? Are you most current in the industry? The more content you have coming out on a frequent basis, the more current you are. Third one is, are you trusted? Welcome to social media. You can't do SEO without social media. Why? Because social media provides trust. Likes, shares, comments, thumbs up, Google pluses, plus ones, recommends, Facebook likes, and everything else shows Google that your website is valuable and that they trust it, which is going to help bring it up the search engine placement. Make sense? All right. Next. This is a different kind of SEO. You guys have to pay some attention to this. Google Places, listings, and so forth. I'm going to tell you, this is more expensive than organic SEO. This is more time consuming, takes longer. You have to get a little bit trickier about how you do things, trying to get you positioned for multiple cities, multiple locations, service areas that you want to be able to service. Don't go do this unless you have one page per service area on your site. If you want to get found in, where do you want to get found? Give me a city. No, don't say everywhere. Everywhere's going to pull up nowhere. Give me a city. I don't know what you said. Green Bay? Okay, fine. Packers got that. Okay, so you want to get found in Green Bay? What does he need to have on his site? Something that says what? Not just, okay, babe, if I just put Green Bay, what am I going to get? Absolutely. So what does he need? Green Bay what? Perfect. 2 different pages? Sure. Okay, absolutely. If you put heating and cooling on the same page. Okay. So, when you have a customer that needs help, do they ever need heating and cooling at the same time? Okay. So why don't we make pages that say such and such heating and cooling? When the only thing they're looking for is heating something or cooling. It's different time.
Today they're selling fire systems in the whole house.
I know, but you know the only person that knows that? You're a subject matter expert. Worst advisor on the planet for yourself is you. You need to talk to someone stupid like me. I'm just saying. I'm just
heating cooling, but otherwise you want cooling.
Yeah, you have to, and I say things I'm smart about, okay? However, I would be a better judge of how your website should be laid out and the content that you would be. No difference than, I am the worst advisor for my website. If you go to see They tend to write things technology that are technical. If you went there, you're like, I would never search for SEM, Jen, you're dumb. You teach this for a living, but why do you write SEM on your website? I'm like, okay, so I do it myself. It happens myself. All right, next. So, social media. I have so many people, Mitsubishi asked me to come out and teach them about social media. I'm not going to teach you about social media other than if you don't have your website in place, which is something that you physically own, forget social media for a minute. Take care of your home first, then take care of all the other stuff. Then, when you get into social media, 3 things matter. 1, YouTube. 2, Facebook. 3, blogs. If you haven't mastered those, if you have a Facebook account and you have 3,000 likes on it, however, you have no engagement, no likes, no shares, no comments, people aren't sharing it, no engagement on there, it's not working. That's broken. That has to be fixed first. So, it's very, very important. Those are the things you need to learn first. Any young social media people that are, think about this too. If you have a social media person come out and tell you, I'm going to teach you how to blow up your business using social media, and you're like, great, how have you blown up yours? They're like, well, it's just me. Do you think you should hire them? If they can't build their own business with it, no. So we'll just back out of that conversation, nicely walk away, and remember, only need to do a few things to do it well. Okay.
Would you go over the first part of what you just said one more time? You were flying through that first section. So you got 3 major points to follow and hit initially.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook,
Yeah.
and blogs.
Long.
That's it. Okay? YouTube and Facebook.
Website first and then those 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, in the YouTube environment, that's where Google Hangout is in YouTube. Video creation in YouTube. So it's all in that same environment. Perfect. All right. Next. You guys have a couple different priorities. 1, new client acquisition. That's what we've been talking about. How do you protect yourself from referrals who are Googling you, making sure that you show up? How do you position yourself in front of people that are looking for your services? And that's what we've been talking about. So we're going to totally switch gears, and we're going to move over to existing customer marketing. Okay, so under step 7 on your roadmap, write these 3 things down. 1 is retention, 3 R's. Retention, and you should be on step 7. Reactivation, referral generation. Retention, reactivation, referral generation. We talked about you wanting to have monthly service plans. Fantastic. You have a client database. How many of you have 500 more customers somewhere in QuickBooks or something? All right, fantastic. Do you think that should be your #1 source of new business? Absolutely. Is it hard to stay in touch with you? Absolutely. All right, so let's fix this. Coolest part is this is the cheapest, least expensive way to be able to get new business from existing clients. This is the least expensive thing on this entire sheet is going to be what we're talking about right now, which should be your most important asset. Okay? Least expensive, most important. Imagine if you're my client. Okay, Al, I'm back to you, hon. All right, Al's my client. I've been service at Al's because I know so much about air conditioners. He should totally feel safe with me. Now, when I leave, the important thing is I don't ever want him to go back to Google again to look for air conditioning service, maintenance, repair, installation, and so forth, right? I don't ever want him to go back to Google. If he goes back to Google, what does that give him? Options. So, it's been great being here. I got pink booties on for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, I'm learning. Okay, now, what I'd love for you to do is I'd love for you to download this app real quick. It just takes 2 seconds. You can go to the Play Store, go to iTunes. Download this app. There's a 911 button on there. If anything ever breaks, we have people on call 24/7. If anything ever happens, if you get stuck, you can't remember your filters, you don't know what size they are. If you need a higher service, by the way, you should probably get on our service plan, but if you decide to change your mind and add later, all you need to do, open up your app, click that, there's a 911 button there, and you've got it. Is that helpful? Would you do that? Are they used to doing that? Do you guys use mobile apps? Yes. Now, would you also mind if I reminded you every, 3 months about some service things that are going to help prevent issues with your stuff? Yes? Would that help? Fantastic. And if I can give you any other pointers as far as how to prep your pipes for winter. I'm gonna leave that alone. Our relationship is over. Okay. Okay, so now imagine if every single customer in my QuickBooks account, I was able to send them a text message like this. That's called a push notification. How is that? Do you guys check text? More than email? Would you mind getting a text message that says, hey, it's time for a service? You should change your filters. Don't forget, Jen, I know you don't like to do that. Yes? Or sign up for my maintenance program. Or we have a new monthly subscription that only costs like $100 a month and you'll never have to worry about service again. Yes?
Well, keep the jury's head on it, like, a lot of people like a lot of people.
Well, it's a form of basically direct mail advertising, and your phone is pretty personal. So now, if I wanted that, yes.
Yes.
But I wouldn't probably want, I mean, I can't think of.
You know what the cool part is with all mobile apps?
Pardon?
You know what the cool part is with all mobile apps? You can set your settings.
Well, no, it's text messages, it's different, so I got apps. Right, and those I can go look at whenever I want, and I can ignore them, I can do that. You say text message.
Absolutely. You can ask somebody, would you like to be on our text list? Would you like a notification? They say yes or no.
Yeah.
This is the deal.
Make always.
This is the deal. Absolutely. This is the thing. Having an excuse or the jury's out or anything like that, more than welcome to be in that position. So while you're there because of 20% of people who don't use it, everyone else, it's like I'm in. Because I know people that use it, I do it myself or whatever. I'm going to get the 80% and instead of worrying about the 20.
You say two different things. If I'm opting in, yeah, I'll take it, but.
You're at a client's house.
No, there are a lot of people who, if they get a text where I didn't opt in, all of a sudden.
That doesn't happen. You should never do that. You should never do that. You should never invade somebody's email account or their text message without them signing up. They took the app, they downloaded the app. They signed up on your website for the free report. They signed up for your newsletter. They entered your system. They have the opportunity to check in or check out at any time.
Invade are now beginning to kind of spoil.
You should never invade. It's not even
I'm not
legal.
saying we should, but other people do it, and it kind of.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't care what other people do, and I don't care about the exceptions. I care about the rule, what works, and what we're going to do to make money. Everything else, garbage. It's a waste of space. It's just my thought. That's kind of mean. Yes? Does that make sense, though? The little stuff, the stuff that prevents you from being, I'm going to tell you, you have a good cop and a bad cop. You have a little negative cop that sit over there and tell you all the reasons why you shouldn't. If you let them rule, you're toast. You have the good one that says, how can I make money? You're golden.
Can I
Yes.
ask a simple question?
Yes.
Okay, do you make comments, do you do reviews online? Yourself?
Do I? No.
You don't? Okay.
No. Not at all. I'm a positive person, so I'm not going to go do any kind of negative. I will go say thank you on somebody's Facebook account.
You can do positive reviews.
Yeah, you can.
But,
I'm not. I would be more likely to go to their Facebook wall and to say, I freaking love you guys. Thank you so much. They're amazing. And to write it on my wall and send them a whole bunch of business. That would be mine.
And the funny thing is, 85% of the people don't respond in a positive way in reviews. It's the 15% that.
It's a negative. Yeah,
The negative reviews are what typically are being posted.
right, yeah.
So the 85% that are happy with our work, they're the ones that are going to tell everybody about it, and that's.
absolutely. So on the mobile app, you have something that says send a referral. And it takes your contact and allows them to put in a text message and send a referral to a friend in their phone. Is that easier? You have to make it easy for people to refer you business. Easy for people, yes.
What's the app you're talking about?
You create a mobile app. That's a web app. And in fact, we have a client that has one here. If you guys want to come back afterwards or whatever and take a look at the mobile app, you can see what it looks like, what it does. You can send a referral. You can use videos. You can do a 911 request for help. You can have a map of all locations. You can say map my location. You can do anything in there. Service request, everything. You can automatically feed your CRM form. Yes.
I know there's variables, but what's a mobile app typically run a company?
I love that you asked that. So, in the last class, I heard somebody say $5,000 to $30,000. Yeah, so that kind of was like the range that I got when my air conditioner broke, and I got 3 different quotes. So I'm not even going to address that. However, we actually brought a sales sheet for a mobile app. Normally we charge $1,000 and $100 a month. Today, if you're interested, it's $500. So if you want a mobile app, like I said, cheapest, easiest, inexpensive way to get a mobile app up and running, you guys will be up in a week.
So what's the recurring mode for?
That is maintenance for making sure that it continues to change. So your Android and iTunes, no different than Google and Yahoo and MSN, change their requirements all the time. The mobile app carrier, the website carrier, you shouldn't have to worry about that, so we make sure that it always stays current, it always meets compliance requirements, and we add new bells and whistles all the time. Same thing with the website, and having a maintenance plan versus just hosting. Cool? And you have help, yes.
How long does it take to get the app up and running, and get it approved to be on the App Store? And all? I mean,
James?
does that vary in time? I've heard, for instance, I've heard in the past, well, you're at Apple's mercy, and it can take 16 to 18 weeks.
It can, but we're pretty quick.
Okay.
3 to 5 days for Android, 2 weeks without.
We are good.
The key is
You heard that? Did you
doing
hear?
it right the first time.
Answer your question.
Apple has specifications.
Okay.
If you meet the specifications, it goes through. If you don't, they reject it, and you go back and forth for 6 months.
Gotcha.
What's that for?
Thank you.
That's for
Mobile app
mobile.
submission.
So you just want to make sure it's get somebody to do it that does it right the first time.
Cool? So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a couple weeks for Apple. Otherwise, it's a week. Next week, you're up on Android. You guys are teaching your service techs how to get it installed on people's phones, and you implement it right then. The challenge from this is you guys are going to come out with 12 steps. There's a whole bunch of steps on there. Pick one thing. Website, SEO, mobile app. Pick something and make it happen. Get the thing to make you money, then pick the next thing. Get the thing to make you money, then pick the next thing. Bootstrap it. Invest, return, and keep going. Yes?
Somebody requests service for the app. How do you do this?
Well, so it depends on how you set it up. So I'll tell you the optimal situation is your website is scheduled or is integrated with TimeTrade and Google Calendar. Your mobile app has the same application. Inside our TimeTrade account, we're able to go put availability. So if someone picks a service tech, they pick availability, or an area pick availability, request for service, it goes out. You guys get notified of the request for that particular time. Once you say approve, then the system automatically sends out reminders and confirmations, and you're done. That can happen from your website or your mobile app.
That
Cool?
was time trade and what? You are a million miles an hour. You're gonna have to back her up too much.
I'm just kidding. I'm going to help you, so don't freak out. So what? No, I know. So when you guys have this 12, let's go ahead and pass out those other things, Cash.
But time trade and.
So TimeTrade and Google Calendar.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Yes, Google Calendar. We're going to pass out a few things to you guys. And everyone that is at this conference that fills out this sheet is going to be the top sheet. Right, Kat? It's the top sheet. Okay, the very top one when she hands it to you is going to be, it'll have a section for your name. It's going to have each one of those 12 steps is going to be on there. Just check the things. So whenever you're scheduling, check each thing that you want more information on or you want help on. And we're going to give everyone that signs up a 1-hour consultation where we go in, we visit about all the things that are important to you, take a look at your website, take a look at your social accounts, tell you what works, what doesn't work, and help drive all of this back into your business.
What hours are in this call?
There's a lot of you.
But you go through a lot of hours.
I do go through. So you are in safe hands that if you use my time for an hour, you're probably going to get more than that, right?
So these mobile apps that are interactive in your current software.
Yeah, all of it. Absolutely, all of it. Everything that's on your site is integrated into it. Hopefully what you wind up have happen is you wind up having a website integrated to your CRM, integrated to your mobile app, integrated to your scheduling, and everything is in one.
CRM, what's that?
Customer Relationship Management.
Thank you.
Good question.
All right.
All right.
So I need your-
Okay, perfect. CRM system.
Okay.
How am I on time? Does anybody know what time I'm at? 12 minutes. Okay. So CRM system. You put a web form up on a blog post, web form up on everything in marketing is connect and convert, connect and convert, connect and convert. I'm in a mobile app, I want to connect with people, I want to convert it to an opportunity. Connect with people, convert it to an opportunity. Conversions happen in a CRM environment. If I go to your website and you have one of those little forms that sends you an email when somebody wants to contact you, I have a problem with that. Because I guarantee that stuff doesn't get into a central system that you track where it came from, when it came in, what page it was on, and everything else, which means we're literally operating blind. Versus, you can create one form per page on your entire site, so I know if somebody somebody finds me because of the blog post that says, how do I change my air filters? I know which one works. If you know what content you create generates the most amount of leads, or better yet, which content you create or what sites you're on that generates the most amount of qualified business, people who close, now you're running a smart business. I have pages on my site that generate so many leads that it's ridiculous, and I literally remove them because they don't close. They're all junk. Everything that comes in off those pages, it's not the type of businesses I want to do business with, not the size of businesses and everything else. So I literally remove the page. Because to me, that's operationally inefficient. I don't want to generate 50 of the wrong leads. It takes up too much time. So if you can judge which pages bring the better customer, you're golden. CRM system, easiest way to do that. So every web form gets placed on a website, automatically turns into a lead. You talk to that person, see if they're qualified. If they're qualified, they become an opportunity. You can generate your bid right out of the CRM system, literally in minutes, a proposal, a bid, a quote, an invoice, everything out of the system. You send it off. If they close, great, they become a customer and a contact. If they don't, you close out the lead and it's a lost opportunity. But you can measure everything. Yes?
This is the other stuff that we're talking about. If you create a proposal, you have the customer information, can these things integrate with commonly used systems that
QuickBooks.
get QuickBooks?
Absolutely.
You know, other dispatch boards like team management systems?
I don't know about those ones specifically. So I do know in my business, the only thing I have is my websites, my social accounts, my CRM system, tied to my email marketing system, and my mobile app. And scheduling, obviously. Other than that, I have nothing, and did I say QuickBooks? And QuickBooks obviously is everything. In addition to that, I should throw out there, I also have reoccurring subscription model, an ECommerce system built into it, which I think is number like 11.
You're integrating all those?
QuickBooks included down here?
I don't personally do that, I'm hard track, but I have somebody that does.
But you have it.
Yes, absolutely can. QuickBooks can tie right into your CRM system. This CRM, let me get any preconceived notions out of the way. That costs $60 per month. That's it. No monthly contract, no big huge fee, other than you probably need a little bit of help with implementation.
Is it server-based or is it?
All web-based, mobile app on your iPads, totally integrated into your social account. You have complete control from anywhere. I know where you're going. Don't go there. That's the bad shoulder. I'm a technical junkie. If you own a home, you're not safe. Everything on the internet it is what it is. You either play the game and get the business or hide under a rock and call it a day. Absolutely. Go back. All right. Next, number 9. Scheduling. We talked about this. Web app, mobile app integration. Number 10, email marketing. Okay? Now, this is way out there. This is way out there. We're not here. I'm guessing no one is at this step yet when you go grade yourselves on these sheets. However, you do have the ability to have somebody go in through a particular area on your site that automatically generates a sequence of emails. The emails go out on their own. They can sign up, they can leave, they can stay on it. So say it's a how-to campaign, and it's designed to be able to get old clients. So say you do a holiday letter, and it says, by the way, we really want to take more personal attention and care of our customers. We've got a whole set of how-to videos, everything from, and it doesn't have to be everything HVAC. What about how to bake a cake? I don't know. I don't do that well either. However, okay. So, if you give them an item of value, what if you said for anybody that's interested, and they sign up, they put an email address in, and then you have a system that works for you, and it automatically sends out, 6 recipes over the holiday time. Is that valuable to your consumer? Will that keep you top of mind? Someone who wants it? Absolutely. I'm not going to ever sign up for that. I'm a bad candidate for email marketing, but it absolutely works with other people. Absolutely does. Just not with me. Okay. Next one, e-commerce. You guys, if your goal is, I want the majority of my monthly expenses to be covered with recurring service agreements, you should probably have your website have a way for somebody to be able to sign up, put in a credit card, have it automatically bill their card, and you go provide service. That's easy win-win. Also, if they're reordering filters, if they're ordering propane, if they're ordering bells and widgets and gadgets and other things, you should make it easy for them to be able to do that online. Last, SEM, search engine marketing. This is last. Don't go throw money down a tube if you don't have things working for me. When this starts to work is when you own first page positioning on Google and Google Places and Maps and you look good online, then take up everything by adding pay-per-click campaigns. So when somebody goes to Google and they type in, for my client especially, they type in emergency locksmith Dallas. When you go do that, you get my client first 3 positions, you get them in the top, you get them on the side, they own everything. They have the business on lockdown. And then you can engage in that. All right, you guys.